Hello, good news. I recently got back on meds. I don't really want to disclose what medications I'm on at this point because I think I do want to keep it personal by now. I wasn't really like that in the past, and now I do. I want to be a little bit more private about it. But I am on meds, and I'm very happy for that. The way that that happened was like I went to the doctor's appointment. I went to that on the 5th, and my doctor well, unfortunately, the people at the front desk and stuff, they still wouldn't let me change my name to Sid in their system because I still don't have my ID changed to say that. But I brought a paper saying, showing my court order showing that I did that. But they were like, no, you got to get your ID for us to change it. So that sucked. That was irritating. But I got to see my doctor, and my doctor prescribed me some medication that could help me with my situation, and it was like affordable enough that my dad could pay for a 2 month supply, and I got it from Walgreens. And that was really appreciated. That was great. It was affordable enough that he could pay for it out of pocket, and we didn't need insurance for this one time. But he said, next time after this 2 months, you got to pay for it yourself. So, today I applied for a whole bunch of jobs that I can work at in the area so that I can make my own money, possibly get on insurance, or at the very least have my own money to pay for my meds that I need. So that's what I did today. I spent hours doing that, applying for jobs. It's like one after the other, and hopefully I'll get hired somewhere, and that'll be great. But in the meantime, yeah, I've got some medications that can help me get my shit together because I wasn't really doing well for a long time. I would be very depressed, or I would be like aggressive, or unable to sleep for long periods of time, seeing things like not really like vivid hallucinations, but like I see visual snow just constantly. I haven't really noticed the meds doing any difference when it comes to that, changing that at all, but I think that's just something that you have to wait for it to go away on its own. It might be years. I don't know. Um, I don't know. It sucks, to be honest, seeing visual snow everywhere. It's like static everywhere. Um, but I've only been on these pills, these new pills, for about like I think. Well, I don't know. I guess it's been a few days. It's been like 2 or 3 days. So yeah, it takes a few weeks. It takes maybe a couple weeks for it to really get like for you to notice the full effects of these meds. So um, yeah, that's the thing. It's not like a major change immediately. They're like something that it builds up in your system over time. So it's like that. But I'm just glad that I have something that will probably help me in the long run. I haven't noticed anything bad with these ones, any like alarming side effects or anything like that. I feel like stable, and I think this will help me. So that was great, and I'm really glad to be able to tell you guys about that because I was like, am I just gonna feel like shit forever and be kind of like unstable and strange, mood swings, insomnia, uh, terrible anxiety, and like just weirdness, and like terrible brain fog as well. So just everything. It was just, it was awful. Um, but yeah, this will hopefully help me out a little bit, and I'm glad for that. Um, and I'll probably get a job soon, and hopefully be able to keep it this time and not have a panic attack and get fired. And you know, it was shitty the way that manager or whatever he was, that guy, he talked about like my body odor and stuff like that. That was something I mentioned on there. I was smelly because like one, I had to walk there because no one in the house drives. I don't drive. Cleo doesn't drive. Poppy doesn't drive. None of us drive. I call my dad Poppy. It's just how it is. But anyway, I call my mom Mambo. That's just always how it's been. They've always been Poppy and Mambo. That's just how it is in the family. Um, but yeah. So what was I gonna say? Yeah, none of us drive, none of us have cars, and so yeah, I had to walk to Kroger to try and get that job, and then I was extra stinky because I was stressed, you know. Sweat from stress is smellier than regular sweat because it's like there's different, I guess different hormones get released and it changes how you smell. So yeah, you know, that's my excuse for that. I wasn't especially gross that day. I think I was conscious of my hygiene because I was trying to get the job, but I just wasn't good enough because I was too scared and because I had to work there. Or I mean because I had to walk there rather. So yeah, I had to walk there and I was nervous. So I'll still have to walk to the places that I've applied for. If any of them hire me, I'll still have to walk there because I can't really go anywhere that isn't within walking distance in terms of like, you know, somewhere I could work. Um like we sometimes we take Ubers to go to faraway places, but when it comes to like working, I would have to work somewhere close by. So, I guess I'll just have to try and keep myself calm and make sure all my clothes are clean and, you know, just make extra sure to not stink or else, you know. That wasn't the reason why I was fired or anything. It's just that that really pissed me off. That really pissed me off that he said that to me because I was so distressed and I was so, you know, I don't know, so over my head and everything. And yeah, so I'm on my I've got new medications. I've got new medications, and I'm hopefully gonna get to do more stuff with my life. You know, I got an appointment on the 20th, not with any doctor or therapist, but for my social security card, so that I can change my I'm gonna change that social security card, and then I'm gonna change my ID for the name change and all that. Those are the next steps in terms of that. Um, and that'll be cool. I'm gonna go to Social Security office. Yeah. Um, meet me at the Social Security office. We can brawl. We can throw hands. Yeah. Meet me, Social Security office, 5 o'clock. Be there or be square, or be uh a pair. A pair of D's nuts. Huh? Gaudy. So you know what I mean? I'm just saying, like, you know, when it comes down to it, you just got to take that in consideration. You got to take that in consideration when you try and try something with me. When you try something with me, you see. Yeah, I'm a bit of a silly one, but I've been productive today. I really have. I did things I needed to do. Yay, yay! And I took a shower. I'm clean. You'd never know if I was clean or not. It's hard to tell because my style is messy. It allows for it allows for a bit of disgustingness at times. But yeah, I took a shower today. Okay, bye. Bye, enemies. Goodbye, foes. Despise you. Just kidding. I appreciate you. Yeah.